Doomsy McDoomscroller Show. This is Doomsy speaking, and I believe that on Earth,
extreme night temperature detected.
It is the 6th of June, year 2022. I am not sure where I am, but I'm pretty sure that it's not even the Milky Way galaxy. So you can probably guess from the title of the show that there is some doom scrolling that is done and talked about during this broadcast. I'm not sure if it ever does reach Earth, but my friends tell me they are doing their best to retrieve the signal. Now, it may look like I'm playing No Man's Sky if you're getting a video feed of this broadcast. If you're just listening podcast style, there's not much about my environment that's worth talking about. But what is worth talking about is what's in the news. And so today, I'm going to talk about gun violence in the USA, the US of A. Now, why will the US government not have any solution to the problem of gun violence? Well, for the same reason that no government in the world has a solution to the problem of climate change. And that is, politicians aren't really leaders. And every economic system in civilized culture is a pyramid of pyramid schemes. That's it. That's your answer. You know, that's what people in civilized culture do. Build pyramids. You gotta build pyramids. Right? That's how civilized culture defines humanity. It's farmers / pyramid builders. And in the US of A, you got this pyramid of weapons, of military weapons, of guns, this particular pyramid being built. You can't stop building a pyramid. That's ridiculous. You got to keep building. You got to keep building pyramids. That's just what humans do, according to civilized culture. You know what? Why is what now? You guys got what this thing called what cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency. So supposedly, by some estimates, just one transaction using crypto uses about $100 worth of electricity. You know, crypto. These just a computer file, solution to an equation. That's what counts as money now. Well, money itself, right? I mean, it's all a house of cards. But all this energy used by crypto, why is it going to continue? Why is it happening now? Why is it going to go on? But the same reason that in the US more guns will be manufactured and sold, ammunition is going to still be for sale, because got to keep building that pyramid. You got to keep building that pyramid. And hey, what a pyramid to be built, right? The weapons. I mean, that you fuel the building of that pyramid with fear. So, that's a powerful fuel. Fear. So, that pyramid, that's not going to be dismantled. That's not even going to take a pause in the building of it. And politicians, if you think it's up to politicians to do something, what are you thinking? Politicians aren't leaders. What, you think laws are going to do something? Look, okay, here's what the Doomsy McDoomscroller show. Here's what the Doomsy McDoomscroller show will tell you about what exactly is doomed. Okay, here's what's doomed. The civilized culture. That's doomed. Okay? Humanity isn't. Humanity is not doomed. Civilized culture, though? I mean, that's the original canceled culture. Mother Nature, Earth herself, canceled civilized culture as soon as it began, about 10 to 12,000 years ago. And right now, it's just getting to that point where, the cancellation is really starting to take effect. And if you think the only alternative to civilized culture is chaos or anarchy, then you believe in a myth. That's a myth. Because we know that fashion has been a part of human cultures for the better part of 100,000 years. 100,000 years. Fashion has been around. Fashion. And what? This catastrophe called civilization is a warmongering culture only about a dozen thousand years old. So how do you define the entire species by this one culture? So this problem of gun violence in the USA, there is no solution within civilized culture for this problem. None. It does not exist. And for the reason stated, politicians aren't really leaders, and every economic system in civilized culture is a pyramid of pyramid schemes. And you Americans, you got this pyramid going, this particular pyramid. That ain't going to stop. Crypto ain't gonna stop. There's a pyramid that's got to be built. So, you know, what do you expect of your politicians, of your government? What do you expect? What, something like 50 years ago? It was the Clean Water Act. The Clean Water Act. What do you think? What do you think that legislation addressed? What do you think that was about? The Clean Water Act. And what was the result? Do you know the result? Look it up. No, wait. Doomsy did it for you.
Incoming storm.
Doomsy did that for you. After 50 years, the Clean Water Act, you know the result? Most of the water in the United States, you can't drink. Out of the rivers and the lakes, most of the water. Too toxic, too poison to drink. Too poison to even eat the fish that you might catch out of those bodies of water, out of the rivers, out of the lakes. Too toxic, too poison. In fact, too toxic for you to even swim in. Don't even go swimming. Just over 50% of all the mileage of rivers, 50% of all the acreage of lakes, toxic. Thanks, Clean Water Act. So that, and I'm telling you, Doomsy's telling you, that is the best. That is the best that you can do. That's the best that civilized culture can do. I'm not being sarcastic. That's legit the best. It's not going to get better than that. Civilized culture is a war versus Earth. Farming is holy war agriculture. That's how you go from 4 billion to 8 billion. What are you guys now? 8 billion now? I say you guys because I don't know when I'll get back to Earth. Doomsy's been gone so long, I don't even consider myself part of civilized culture anymore. You know, so, you know, you guys. Well, I was there for most of that time span, from 4 billion to 8 billion. How is that not a war? The life of every organism arises from the death of other organisms. So you go from 4 billion to 8 billion. A lot of things had to die for that. More plastic than fish in the ocean. What? Maybe that's by the time I get back to Earth. Maybe that's going to be the case. All right, what is it? 2022 now? I don't know what galaxy I'm in. I don't even know what universe I'm in. By the time I make it back to Earth, there's going to be more plastic than fish. Well, if civilized culture continues, yeah, because that's what civilized culture does. Will most forests be gone around 2050? Yeah, if civilized culture continues, because deforestation, that's what civilized culture does. It's just one culture. And culture is not what you have, it's not the things, culture is what people do. So Gen Alpha, Gen Alpha, they're gonna, I hope they're successful. Why should they hold on to it? Why not abandon the war? Stop being soldiers. What do you have to give up to abandon civilized culture? What's it really doing for people? For the billions? Water more, most of the water, poison. Thanks, Clean Water Act. You think something's going to be done about gun violence in the USA? No, you got to keep building that pyramid. And it's based on It's based on fear. It's fueled by fear. So that pyramid, that ain't stop. As long because civilized culture, that's what it's about. So all these, what you got about 8 billion farmers now. 8 billion farmers, what? 100,000 pharaohs. That's what you got going on. And that's what you want to continue at all costs. So, politicians, they aren't really leaders. And every economic system in civilized culture is a pyramid of pyramid schemes. Communism, socialism, capitalism, doesn't matter what kind of ism you use. You're going to get that pyramid. You get that socio-economic hierarchy. So, what are you going to blame? What are you going to blame? This has been the Doomsy McDoomscroller Show. I'll try broadcasting some other time. Oh, you have a lesson, huh?
Okay, we're going, yeah?
I'll give you a kiss here.
Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Bye, bye. Bye, bye, I have the book.
You know that I love you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that I love you very much.